Hello there, my name is Justin Reeves, and as part of our celebration of the 140 years of Birmingham Museum, I am going to be showing you a number of the objects from our Staffordshire Hoard collection and telling you why I think they are wonderful and important. These are two coins that are representative of the golden coins that would have gone into the Staffordshire Hoard. They depict Justinian I and Constans II, who were both Byzantine emperors. What these show and why they're important is how robust and far-reaching the trade networks of Anglo-Saxon Britain really were, and why we no longer call them such things as the Dark Ages, rather we call them early medieval period. The culture, economies and systems in place were still very robust even after the Romans had left. This piece here is a cloisonné garnet, and the reason why it's so important and special is because you can see that it's been specially made with a centerpiece of recycled blue glass. This shows just how far the Anglo-Saxons would go to find objects and make things that were beautiful. You can see a real cultural drive to create something of material and artistic worth. This object here is 3 pieces of gold filigree that have been separated or torn away from the object they're originally on. What we can see here, because they've been torn away, is a real good insight into how these objects were made and the degree of craftsmanship that went into them. You can see at the very edges, it almost looks like gold thread. This is the filigree, and it shows just how fine the workmanship was on these Anglo-Saxon objects. This is an Anglo-Saxon hilt plate that would have gone on a sword, and the reason I'm showing you this is because it illustrates an extremely important point with the Staffordshire Hoard. It's that it's not jewellery. All of the objects in the hoard are martial in nature. Even the objects that have a very strong religious connotation were most likely involved to some degree in martial efforts. This here is a piece of cloisonné garnet work, again, set into gold. The reason I'm showing you this one is because, for me, it illustrates a really important point in that it contrasts with modern day jewellery making ideas and philosophies. The Anglo-Saxons weren't afraid of something being asymmetrical. Very often with these objects, you realise that the points don't match up side to side. They're not mirrored. They very much worked with the materials that they had and made it go as far as they possibly could, and they still arrived at an endpoint that was both beautiful and artistic. This object is a hairpin of the goddess Venus. It likely found its way over here during the Roman occupation of Britain in the 2nd or 3rd centuries AD. This piece is extremely interesting because it shows just how much of what was here before the Anglo-Saxons arrived became part of their culture and what they considered culturally relevant, artistic and beautiful, and of course eventually made its way into many of the famous hoards that we now see.